A beautiful Wednesday night here in Monroeville, Pennsylvania for some girls varsity soccer as the Gateway Gators take on the Shaler Titans here on Gateway Gators Productions. Hello everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Spencer Witt. Shaler with a 5-2 record on the year. The Titans off to a good start. On the other side for Gateway, 2-5. Temperature 79 degrees. Sunset 7:24 p.m. The sun is coming right at us here at Ansi Marino Stadium. The field has a little bit of shade and sun throughout. That'll be actually a factor, more of a factor than you think for this one, as the sun will shortly proceed behind the trees and behind the buildings in the distance. But Shaler, you see the Titans in their white jerseys, and Gateway in their black jerseys as well. No JV game for either of these teams. Gateway having a lot of injuries and a lot of issues in terms of rostering enough players for that JV game, so they elected not to have a JV game. It's not easy to play two matches back-to-back if you had to, if you're JV and varsity, but we'll get at least one here, and it's definitely going to be the varsity match as we are underway here on Gateway Gators Productions. As that one goes out of play, it'll be a throw-in for the Titans of Shaler. So I mentioned before that no JV games, so this game got moved up to 6:30. And sent forward by Shaler. Looking for Adelaide Padalin, and they couldn't get it to her. Instead, it is the Gators who will get to it, and their keeper. That one goes right off a player for Shaler, who just reacted as that was the most unnecessary thing she's ever seen before. I believe that was Polizani for Shaler, but possession goes back to the Titans. Actually, correction, that was Sislak. But now Gateway with it. And Sislak has it near midfield for the Titans. Deflected a couple times in a header. And that's Sislak, Ali Sislak to be specific. Savannah Bowden on the far side for the Gators, and lofted down the pitch. And we got an offsides on Gateway as Megan Marsh didn't get back on sides prior to the kick. So Zoe Sislak will take this one forward. There are a lot of Sislaks on this team for the Titans. That's Ava Sislak who sends it into the air. The junior, but deflected out of play by Gateway. Nadia Zotter was fighting for that one, and then Natalie Evangelista will throw it in, the captain for the Titans, one of the captains, I should say. A lot of soccer teams go with the co-captains, a couple captains on the squad. Gateway has their fair share as well. One of those captains, Julia Beam, sends it forward. And she sends it to the left side, and that goes out of play and out of the reach. Where one of the coaches will grab that. I believe that was Keegan Kuiper. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, it was not actually. That's the assistant coach for Gateway. But back into the air now for the Titans of Shaler. And out of play and throw in. For Shaler. Bouncing around a couple times forward for the Titans. They were looking, or for the Gators. They were looking for Bowden, but instead there were a couple players in the area, specifically That was Courtney Remley who had it. Now possession for Evangelista, but a player in the way. Marina Castelli, the freshman for the Gators. Megan Marsh tries to get around the defender. Allie Sislak is there, the junior. And then lofted forward. And a player going down for Gateway, a collision. Another look at that one there. It was, I don't even know if it was a collision. I think it was just a player just tripping on their own feet. And good to see the ref stopping play there. Lola Weiss was the one who fell over. All right, though. Looks good. Good to see that she is playing. Continuing here. Forward for the Gators. Trying to cut through, but jabbed at that one a couple times, and then it's sent forward for the team in white. Only momentarily a foul called on the Gators anyway.
Shaler ball.
Look at that replay there for that one. Shaler team, we mentioned 5-2 on the year. Went 3-6-1 in conference last year, 8-9-1 overall. Finished 4th in their section, same section as Gateway. In fact, finished right above Gateway. A good start this year for the Titans, who looking to improve after last season. Only had 11 goals for and 32 goals against in section play. Now, to be fair, they had the dominance of Fox Chapel and Mars in their section. So did Gateway, of course. Actually, correction, that was Gateway's goals for and goals against. Shaler actually had a positive on the goals and looking for another one there, but collected. And Ellis Sepko is the one who gets the save. Nice save from Sepko. Positioned well. Another look at it here. Good touch, though. Really good ball for Shaler. Thought maybe would have taken one more touch, but instead took the shot. Sepko was right there for it. Down the pitch and then out of play. There'll be a corner kick, actually, for Shaler. That one went off last of the Gators.
Corner kick.
So they'll have to go get to it. And it will be a corner kick for the Titans. Into the box from Allocade. That one goes all the way back out. Another one looking for the box, but it hits off of a Gator, and instead it'll just be another corner kick, this time on the near side for the Titans. Back-to-back corner kicks. Another look at that one just skipping right off of Marsh. Deep corner kick goes all the way past. The player will get to it, try and cross it back in. Edge of the box for the Titans. They'll regroup. Swing it back to the near side now. Loft this one in. This is going to go on goal, and it will be collected by Sepko. Quick, easy one bouncer to Sepko.
By Evangelista.
And a foul called. On the Titans. So free kick, and it'll go all the way back down, though. The other keeper will get to it. Keeper for the Titans will send it forward. And that's Paige Kirio. Senior for the Titans, wearing number 99.
Number 7, Sienna Bowden, and 17, Caitlin Burke-Bickler are in for the Gators.
Sienna Bowden and Caitlin Burke-Bickler will be in for the Gators. The throw in here and then sent forward. To the sideline, a couple players will fight for it, but Titans will come up with it. Into the air, one header, and Sepko will collect this one pretty easily. Gateway with it. Off a player for the Gators and down the sideline, the Titans with it. Still possession, and it goes past the end line. Yes, it does. So it'll be a goal kick for the Gators. Just that extra touch there from Paladin.
Gator ball. Werner on the throw-in.
Throw in for the Gators. And they fight for it. Back and forth between the two sides. Adman deflects off a couple players, and it'll go out of play for a throw-in for the Titans. Lofted all the way across the pitch and back out for a throw-in for Gateway. Another look at it here. Nice move, getting around a defender. Looking for the header. They had the target there of Paladin, the junior for the Titans, but nothing doing there, and actually it'll be a throw-in now for the Titans. A warm one here in Ante Marino Stadium. As this one looking to be crossed in, but it goes off the side of the net.
Kick.
It's on your screen earlier. 79 degrees. The meteorologist described it as unseasonably warm for this time period, but I don't know if I believe that anymore. I think it's just always unseasonably warm would be 79 degrees in December, I think. That's when it would be okay. It's unseasonably warm. September can still have 80-degree weather, and it'd be it feel like the season. Of course, fall technically hasn't started yet. Got a couple more days until first day of fall, but fall sports, of course, starting up with school starting back in the end of August. Sepko's got to get there, and she does. You can hear her yelling, keep her. And she gets there just in time before Paladin, could get there. I look at it here, Paladin sprinting through, but Sepko's able to get to it. Nice job of Paladin to pull up and not cause any collision, but this one's sent back to the keeper for the Titans, who will send this one high into the air and bouncing down. This one goes out of play. They throw in for Shaler. Long ball for the Titans. Can they get this before it goes to the end line? They will. Yes, they will. Nice play, but cut out and sent out of play by by Gateway, excuse me. Another look at it. Back over where it's collected by Sepko. Lofted forward by the Gators. And a big boot there for Gateway, and they've got room to work with just to help defense gets there for the Titans. Zahara Myers sends it into the air.
Myers on the kick.
No one there for it for the Gators, and fighting in midfield. Savannah Bowden, and out of play with a throw in. For the Titans, Lily Chergovic will throw it in. Sophomore defenseman sends this one in, and Gateway tries to get there. Evangelista, nice pass over, and Paladin working with it. Alcalde sends it forward. Now Shaler moving with it. They got moving quick. That's Chergovic. Chergovic could have kept that for a little bit. No one really had pressured her, but tried to pass it off and went off a Gator instead. Now to play another throw in for this time for the Gators, though. Taylin Birch-Bickler, I thought she was going to throw it in. Zahara Myers will throw it in instead. 21 minutes, 55 seconds. Counting on 49 seconds remaining on the clock here in half number one. Now to play another throw in. Thrown in. And that one back out of play, and now possession for the Gators. Possession for the Titans. The helpers coming in. There's Evangelista, and then forward for the Gators and past the sidelines and out of play. Shot here taken. That one off the post.
She hit the post.
Offsides is going to be the call on Shaler. Another look at it, though. Just a very quick give and go. And nice cut to the left with the left foot. Ringing off the post for the Titans. Gabby Alcalde was the one who hit that one off the post. Alcalde with it now. Good through ball forward, but offsides is going to be the call again on the Titans. They're getting offensive opportunities, just not able to keep themselves onside. Another look. This was it here, just a little too early, trying to get behind Zahara Myers there. Good call by the linesman calling that one offsides. Evangelista in the corner for the Titans. Cuts it back in, Alcalde. No one there. Miscue between her and Evangelista,
Okay.
and it'll be a goal kick for the Titans of Shaler.
Megan Marsh back in for the Gators.
So Marsh will come back in for the Gators, and a foul called there.
Titan ball.
On the Gators.
Polizani on the kick.
That one just bounces right to Sepko, where she'll collect this and send this forward. 2-5 record for Gateway on this one. An 8-1 win over Penn Hills, a 6-0 win over Obama Academy. As the Gators with this one now. Cutting this one across, and right there is the keeper.
Shot.
That was Savannah Bowden on the shot.
Nice.
Paige
Savannah Bowden.
Carrillo was over
Save.
there.
Carrillo.
We said before, a couple victories, a tie in overtime against Penn Trafford, but, or I'm sorry, this is for Shaler, my apologies. We talk about a 5-2 record for them. The Hampton Talbots, North Hills Indians, victories over Obama as well. A loss to Mars, which again, Mars and Fox Chapel will fight each other over the top spot of the section, but good solid victories for Shaler. Their side for Gateway, they won their first 2 games like I mentioned, but have lost 5 straight to Plum, always a very good Plum team, Mars, Hampton, and then Franklin Regional and a Fox Chapel team that will always be very good as well. But got a goal in that match against Fox Chapel and a goal against Mars, but the 2 offensive powerhouses in their section. So as of now, I believe only 1 victory for the Gators in section against Penn Hills. This one will be flicked forward.
Okay.
Too high on that one for the Titans. So a goal kick lot of spacing here for the Titans, though. You see on your replay. No defense there. And I know the pressure was coming forward. Probably could have had maybe one more touch before taking the initial shot, but shooting that one off a little higher off the foot, and the reason for it going up past the goal. Take a look at Section 1 of 3A. Fox Chapel 5-0, Mars, Shaler, Hampton, Gateway, and then, of course, Penn Hill is the only team without a victory so far. And Gateway have fallen to 3 of the teams ahead of them. The only team they have not fallen to yet is Shaler, which, of course, they currently play right now. But a good start for Shaler. Top 3 teams make the top 3 teams are guaranteed a spot in the WPIAL playoffs. That 4th team is decisive based on best records. They don't take everyone, I don't believe, from every section, but sent forward for Shaler.
There goes Evangelista when it's out of bounds. Goal kick.
And too far past for the goal kick. So a goal kick for a Gateway. Under 15 here in the first half. On a Gateway Gators Productions. Nice run there for the Titans for a moment, but taken back now for the Gators. Out of play. Caroline DeCheck, a senior, the captain's, was one who had a nice run there. Back to her now, and out of play, though, by Myers.
A reminder that there are a lot of good, exciting dishes at the refreshment stand. Nachos, hot dogs, pretzels, chips, candy, and assorted drinks. And the refreshment stand will close shortly after halftime.
A touch from Shaler and
at halftime.
Past the sideline, out of play for the throw-in. Cleared out by the Gators. And back over for Zoe Sislak. Sweeper for the Titans, one of the captains, but lofted forward now. Near the end line, crossed in, looking for help. First touch, though, is from the Gators. That was Lola Weiss who got a foot on it, but nothing doing there for the Titans, and then a throw in for Gateway. Another look at it here, but see the cross in, and Paladin charging in. If Weiss swings and misses at that one, Paladin would have that. That's a through ball here for the Gators. Nothing doing on it. Oh, an errant pass there from the keeper.
There goes Beam.
Julia Beam now with Savannah Bowden. Birch Bickler. To Selich. Forward from Marsh. Or correction, that was forward from Bowden, but Curio is going to get to it first. Castelli to Bowden. Bowden, good pass. Kuiper, though, offsides. The right idea there. The defender had stepped up. But another look at it here. Watch Kuiper, right side of your screen. You see the defense right there. That's going to be the offsides. Allie Sislak might have caught her on the trap there, moving up and letting Kuiper behind her. Header now for the Titans. And sent out was Lola Weiss. And out of play, another throw in. Polziani with the throw in. Over for the Titans, nice cut over. Defender though gets to it. Polziani with pressure on her. Sislak high into the air. First touch from the Gators. Zahara Myers with the throw. Beam. Nice ball movement here for the Titans. Swung in, but Sepko will get to it.
For the Gators.
Sepko sends it forward. Lofted forward by Gateway, 9 minutes remaining here in the first half on Gateway Gators production. Still scoreless in this one for two section teams. 4A Section 1, or 3A Section 1, excuse me. There'll be a throw in for the Titans. Dragovic throws it in and then forward from Shaler. Good ball over here to the near side, the far side, excuse me, right by the end line, or sideline, I should say. Titans trying to cut it in, but player gets to that one first for the Gators. Still possession though for Shaler. Move things around, Polziani. Angelista. Back now for the Titans. Possession really favoring Shaler here in this first half. This one cut in for the Titans. A jab at that one from Weiss. Nice play by Lola Weiss there. Angelista with it, now cutting back around. And a shot taken, and it's high from Polziani. Alina Polziani, the junior, taking that shot. A couple opportunities here for the Titans. Approaching the end of this first half. Sepko sends it into the air. The give and go at the corner. Back over. Crossed in, looking for help. Nothing there. White's first one to get to it. Possession back for Shaler, though. Gateway cannot clear the ball out of their own side of the pitch when they get that touch. Beam sends it over, and it's out of the reach of Castelli.
Evangelista on the throw. There's Beam to Kuiper.
A through ball looking for Beam, but Sislak gets to it, and then the big foot from the keeper. Castelli high into the air. Castelli sends it towards Beam, but gets deflected and sent back by Sislak. Emily Warner fights that one off, and a throw in now for the Titans. Deflected out of play, a throw in. Emily Warner, one of the captains for Gateway, will throw it in. 5 minutes remaining here in this first half. We're scoreless through 30 minutes of play. Or through 35 minutes of play, I should say. Can't even do math right. That one deflects off a couple players, and at midfield for the Gators, Julia Beam. Beam had played matches last year and the year prior as a keeper for the Gators. Moved up front. Hoping to generate some offense for Gateway. Put a throw in here. And back down the pitch, where the Titans keeper will get to it. Into the air, the first header. Now the Gators with it forward. Deflecting over to the bench, a throw in for Shaler, and with 3 minutes and change remaining, they'll bring a couple substitutes in. Dragovic sends it in. And back over to her. Beam, a header into the air. Back to her. Good ball through. Castelli. Castelli takes the shot, but it goes off
Marina Castelli.
outside of her foot.
Wide right.
Goes wide. Here, another look at it, though. Would have been a tough angle for Castelli. She had the defender charging in behind her, and the keeper in the right position there as well. An opportunity for Gateway. Another one potentially here is ankle breaker for the Gators, and possession goes back though. It was Sislak. Had possession, lost it though. Warner sends it forward. Now to play the throw in for the Titans. Throw in for Shaler. Good ball over. Evangelista gets to it. Has two defenders on her. One backs off. Chipped forward, but Sepke will be there for it. Nothing doing on that one. For the Titans. One touch. retreating of the Titans.
1 minute.
Final minute here in the first half. Nice move and a nice run here, but Myers steps up for
Myers on the play.
the Gators. That was Paladin who had a nice run, though, for Shaler. Thrown in the air now. It'll be lofted forward, and Sepko will go to it and get to it. With 10 seconds remaining, and that will be the end of half number 1. So scoreless between the Gators and the Titans here in section play.
Shaler, nothing. Gateway, nothing.
No goals on either side for the teams, sitting right at mid-pack in the standings. We'll take a step aside here. We come back, we'll have the second half between Shaler and Gateway here on Gateway Gators Productions.
Several of the Lady Gators, including some of the seniors.
Back here on Gateway Gators Productions. It's a scoreless one so far between the Titans and the Gators on this Wednesday evening for some girls soccer. Boys teams play Tuesdays and Thursdays, and the girls play Mondays and Wednesdays, and both teams getting off Friday for the high school football weeks. Speaking of high school football, let's take a look at the upcoming broadcasts. Football will be at Franklin Regional. It'll be a shame I'm not on the broadcast of an at Franklin Regional game, and Adam Gusky and Vince Russo will be on the call of that one. Girls volleyball September 23rd against McKeesport. Football team will take on Armstrong, the Riverhawks, on the 26th. Boys soccer October 2nd versus Norwin, and football will be the very next day against Penn Trafford, and a shot taken and a save made by Sepko. Nice diving save to her right.
Gators.
Another look at it here. Sepko had to really reach out for that one.
Quarter kick.
I believe it was Nadia Zotter who actually took that shot, and there's the corner kick as it hits the crossbar. I think it actually hit the football crossbar. The other football, not the soccer football, but another look at it here. Look, got caught right in between them, so not a bad corner kick, but just couldn't keep it in. And possession back now for the Titans. Shaler with it. Driving through, but the second player gets to it. Only momentarily, though. Possession still for the Titans. They try and cut it back. Nice move to go back to the left. A shot taken there, and it's not a bad look.
Okay.
From far out there for the Titans. I believe that was Gabby Alcalde, who took that kick. The give and go for Shaler. Nice triangle offense here. Back over, the shot taken. That one goes wide. I think that one went off the side of the foot, too. Not the best strike there from the Titans, but right idea. Take another look at it there. Now to play a throw in for the Gators. So back over and a deflection. And then lofted forward for the Gators, but the first one to get there will be the Titans. These two teams, of course, familiar with each other, very fond of each other. And the Gators looking for a bit of revenge after last year. It was, I believe, the final match of the year for Gateway and Shaler, at least a regular season match that was a winner-take-all for the fourth and final WPIAL spot from 3A Section 1. Shaler won that one 3-0. That was the difference between the two teams. Between Shaler making the playoffs and Gateway not, as this one sent forward and crossed in. No help, though. And no one within a reasonable area to be having that one picked up, and Gateway will move it forward. Actually, correction, it'll be just deflected out of play, and then it'll be thrown in and tried to be moved forward. Throw in another header. And back over where it's jabbed at. And sent out of play. Correction, I sent out of play, sent forward, but then back from Shaler. That Shaler team fell to Plum in the first round of the 3A playoffs last year, 3-0. And that one to end their season. That game last year against the two teams, that was here at Anti-Marino Stadium. Both teams prior to that had a 1-1 draw on the 18th of September. And last year, their final match of the year, October 14th, was that 3-0 victory for the Titans. Take a look at the upcoming games here. Both sides is high into the air. Julia Beam will get a header on that one. The Indians of Penn Hills will come to Gateway after Gateway took an 8-1 victory over them. And speaking of goals, looking for a goal here, but the defense is there for it. And collected by the keeper. The Mars Planets, the Fighting Planets, will take on Gateway on September 29th. And then Gateway will go on the road. Hampton, the Talbots at Obama Academy. Obama Academy is technically considered in their section, but by exhibition only. It's a really interesting scenario about that. They're considered City League teams, but you know, to play the right amount of games and enough games to be played throughout the year, they are within this section. And then Armstrong, the Riverhawks, they'll go to Armstrong on October 4th. Upcoming games for Shaler. We'll take on Fox Chapel, tough Fox Chapel team on September 22nd. Penn Hills, the Indians on the 29th. The Indians team has yet to have a victory in section play. They'll go to Obama Academy on the 1st. And they'll be in some non-section matchups. Baldwin over in the South Hills taking on the Fighting Highlanders, who have yet to get a victory on the year for them as well on October 4th. And then Mars, the Fighting Planets, two fighting teams back-to-back. The Highlanders, Fighting Highlanders, and the Fighting Planets on the 4th and the 6th of October. Wouldn't be a high school broadcast without subtly slipping in my alma mater, Baldwin. And that one deflects out of play from Julia Beam. Where it swung around the near side here. Shot taken and goes wide. Not a bad look.
Wide right.
Another look at it here.
Goal kick.
That was Paladin, I believe, who took that shot
Sienna
for the
Bowden
Titans.
And Avery Price in for the Gators.
Give and go. Nice ball here for Gateways. They move it past midfield. Needing some help, and that's exactly what they have here. Help offense. Got to move it forward, though. Good ball. If Gateway can get to it, it's going to be close. Just kept in. No, it is not. Just outside that line. Good hustle from Sienna Bowden, who had just checked in. Past the sideline and a free kick. Correction, offsides actually was the call. My apologies. Meyer sends it back. Now Shaler working on offense. Beam. Beam on sides here. Yes, she is. And Beam has possession. Defended by Shaler. And back over. In towards the box, but collected. Just no one there on that one.
Save.
Sienna Bowden sent it forward. Another look at it here.
Paige Terrio.
Bowden just forward and had a player in the area, just not on the same page. I believe that was Kuiper for Gateway. Actually, correction, that was Megan Marsh, but Paladin with it for the Titans. Crossed in, a helping shot, and it's in for the goal. The cross, I think it deflected off a Gateway player.
At 28-40.
And the goal scored. And another look at it here. That one scored by the Titans, who get the goal. So a goal scored by the Titans. Forward for Shaler, but it goes too far. That was Nadia Zotter who was over there for the Titans. Back into the air and out of play. High into the box for the Titans. Back over. Myers gets a header on that one. Second header for Shaler. Oh, a collision there. A couple players and a foul called against. Oh, that's against Shaler. That's an interesting call. I thought that was against Gateway, I should say. That was an interesting call. I thought that would have been against Shaler. The quick free kick taken. It bounces just right over. This one goes into the box. And the header.
One goal scored by number 11, Adelaide Paladin. Paladin on that goal, making it 1-0 in favor of Shaler.
Nadia Zotter was the one who scored there for the Titans. It was announced as Paladin, but it was Zotter instead who had scored for Shaler. That one goes past the line. It'll be a goal kick. Paladin. Shaler moving it forward for Zotter, but couldn't get it to her. That's Etta Warner, who was also over there. And back down and past the sideline, but actually a foul is going to be called against Shaler there. A little bit too much from Zotter. One deflection. And then back into the air from Myers. Goes past the sidelines, but it will be a throw-in. Low shot there, and Sepko will get on that one.
Noah Sepko on that. for the Gators.
So Shaler last year, they had a record of 3-6-1. And interesting fact, their only victories were against Penn Hills twice and Gateway once. And that was enough, I believe, to qualify them for their playoffs. Their only tie, of course, being against Gateway as well. Now, to be fair, Gateway's exact same situation. Their only victories were against Penn Hills last year. It was quite literally a winner-take-all in that last match of the year to get them into the WPIAL playoffs. I wanted to flex off a couple players and out of play. Myers in a collision with a player for Shaler. I think that was Alcalde. Look at it here. This was high into the air, and you see Alcalde and Myers. And that one goes back to Sepko, where she'll collect that one. With 20 minutes remaining here in this one on Gateway Gators Productions. Past that sideline, and it'll be a throw in for the Titans. Kovic, the back of the air now for the Titans. And then back to the end line, and they'll try and move it forward. All the way back, and Paige Caro will go get to it. Cario, excuse me. A look at the foul here against Shaler. That Shaler team last year qualified for the WPIAL playoffs, first time in 37 years. Now 5-2 record so far this year. It wins over Penn Hills. Comeback victories as well for the Titans. You take another look again, 2-2 record. Is that player on sides, and it goes in for the goal.
Oh, Titans. At 17:52.
And a goal scored for Shaler. And this time it is Adelaide Paladin who scores the goal for the Titans. She was incorrectly acknowledged last goal, but this time she will be correctly acknowledged for the goal here.
Titan goal scored by number 11, Adelaide Paladin.
So Paladin with the goal.
17:51. Paladin.
That one went underneath of Sepko. They had a victory over Obama Academy. I was mentioning for the victory over Obama Academy as well. They drew against Penn Trafford, a very good 4A team in Penn Trafford. And only a 2-1 loss to the Foxes to start this year. This ball lofted forward. Gateway with it, Julia Beam. Beam going down in the box, and it will be called. Going to be a penalty kick for the Gators. The defense trying to argue it.
Here comes a penalty kick.
Evangelista was defending. Megan Marsh will take the penalty kick for the Gators. Marsh versus Curio. Marsh steps up and she scores. Megan Marsh
Goal Gators at 16:48.
on the goal for the Gators, and that makes things a lot more interesting now. They've cut the deficit in half. On their first real offensive opportunity of this second half was Julia Beam fighting in the box and getting taken down. And the penalty awarded for the Gators. And it was
Gateway
number
goal.
2 there, Megan Marsh.
Scored by number 2, Megan Marsh on the penalty kick.
Another look, this is again
Megan
the
Marsh.
replay here. This was the penalty. Evangelista defending and going down was Marsh. Or going down, excuse me, was Beam. And Marsh was the one who slotted that one home. A good penalty kick. Does that give the Gators a little bit of life here? This one high into the box. Headed over. Headed again, though. That might have got a piece of a Shaler player. Sepko came up, but cleared off the line pretty much. Last player back there was the Gators. I believe that was Sophia Gergenti for Gateway. Alcalde takes the corner kick. Peyton Kuiper. Nice cutting move there for Beam. Still fighting, but second player steps up, though, for the Titans. Some contact, shot taken, and it's low and not near the goal, and a goal kick will be taken for Sepko. Ella Sepko, the sophomore, taking the goal kick. And a foul called on Megan Marsh. Foul called, free kick. First person to get there was a Gator. Lofted forward. He's going to boat in with some pressure, but it'll go back to the keeper anyway. 14 minutes remaining Throw in here for Gateway. Sepko will call off the teammate and send it forward. Header from Cherkovic, and she gets to it as well, but then back for Peyton Kuiper. And a free kick for the Gators right at midfield. Emily Warner will take the free kick. Gateway needs some offense here. Needs something generated. Free kick, and Myers with it. Myers is looking for some help off a chest of a player. That's Marsh. Can Marsh get to it? Still bouncing around, and it goes wide and past the end line. It's going to be a corner for the Gators. Marsh and Cario almost colliding there. They might have gotten some contact, and that might have been the difference for the corner kick as well. Another look at it here. See, off the chest of Marsh, and then there were a couple players in the area. Evangelista also over there. Corner kick into the box, and it's collected, though,
Save
by Cario, who steps up. Taken over, though, by Gateway. Just past a player. Megan Marsh is going to fight for it, though. But the defense stands strong from the Titans. Been a tale of this game here for Gateway as well. Just no offense being really generated in the first half, and they've had a couple opportunities here in this second half. Did result in a goal. The likes of the penalty that was against Julia Beam, I should say after Evangelista was called for the penalty. And she put pressure on Julia Beam, or Julia Beam put pressure on her, and then Marsh scoring the goal. Oh, good ball, almost over. There was a player fighting there for it. Throw in for the Titans. Julia DeSelich was over there for the Gators on that offensive opportunity. Thrown in and into the box, bouncing around, but just lightly touched out by the Gators. Possession for the Titans, but falling over. And a shot taken, and that'll go wide.
Okay.
For the Titans. So 10:32 remaining here, 10:30 in the match. We apologize. We'll pull that score bug up here in a second. 2-1, the Titans up on the Gators. There it is. Because every second, really, it seems like it's going to count here. This one's going to come down to the wire potentially for both of these sides. Still plenty of time for a lot of things could happen here. That one collected by Curios. Had a little bit more work here in this second half, their keeper for the Titans. That one goes out of play and a throw in. Thrown in and back over to Myers, who sends it into the air, but one there for the Gators, but Marsh tries to fight for it. Does. Nice touch there, just to get a piece of it. Actually crashing on Savannah Bowden. Back now to Bowden with pressure on her, and Myers gets it. Kuiper. A touch there, but too strong. From DeSelich. Thrown in for the Gators. This is the longest real possession streak that they've had for Gateway here Longest that they've been on the side of Shaler's pitch, or the pitch side for Shaler, I should say, is this one almost through for Gators. Sienna Bowden was in the area, but snuffed out by the Titans, who aren't necessarily parking the bus. They are putting up 3 players forward. As that one goes off of Shaler trying to stay on sides. Gateway, they're not going to be able to. That one's going to be out of play anyway, and Gateway front line got caught on a offsides trap anyway. But a throw in for the Gators. We'll do it again. 8 minutes remaining in change here on Gateway Gators Productions. Foul called on Shaler.
Gator ball.
Emily Warner will take the free kick inside that football 40-yard line, so can send this towards the box. They do. A touch there, a header off the player, still in possession, and it goes in.
Gators.
It's Julia DeSelic who scores for the Gators to tie it up. Sienna Bowden got a header on it. It went off Paige Carrier, the keeper. And Julia DeSelic trailing the play there gets the goal. Another look, it was the header from Bowden, the collision, and then DeSelic gets a piece of it. And a goal for Gateway. Good job from our camera crew catching that one. So we've tied it back up here. The pitch has been tilted in the favor of the Gators. As Julia DeSelic scoring for Gateway. This shot taken, and it'll go wide. So DeSelic with the goal. Julia DeSelic for the Gators.
Gateway goal scored by number 6, Julia DeSelic.
Sienna Bowden will get credit for the
High
assist.
score 2.
Now the Shaler Titans trying to respond, and foul called there outside the box. Big free kick opportunity for Shaler. They're going to go quickly. It's collected by Sepko.
Sepko on the save.
Nadia Zotter trying to catch the Gators sleeping. And that one just goes past the sideline. It'll be a throw in. Genti will throw it in. And that one jabbed out of play, a throw in for the Titans. Possession still for the Titans. Edge of the box, shot taken. And Sepko will collect that one. Slow roller to her. I look at it here. Throw in for the Gators. 4 minutes and change remaining here in this second half. Back over for the Titans. Out of play. And a quick throw in. And deflected. Back over. Back to Kirkenti, who sends it forward. And a foul called against Gateway. A little bit too aggressive there from Peyton Kuiper. Back over and jabbing at it. Goes back to Shaler though, but it's really all Gateway right now. Shaler trying to respond. Again, 2 goals from the Titans, and then it's offsides there for Shaler. Another look at it there. It was, again, Zotter and Paladin. And had scored the goals for the Titans. Again, Marsh scoring the penalty kick goal, and then Julia Deselich with the goal to tie things up off the header from her teammate, Sienna Bowden. Deselich, Bowden. Bowden might have been able to, if she would be able to turn to her right, she would have had some room to work with there, but nonetheless, back over for the Gators. That one just cleared out from the Titans. Paladin. Pulziani. Touch on that one from Zotter. It goes back over and back to the sideline where final 90 seconds here, regulation. We approach overtime between these two sides. And it will be a throw-in for Gateway. We'll have, I believe, 2 10-minute halves in overtime if we get to that point. I believe it will be golden goal format.
1 minute left.
Final minute remaining here in regulation. These two sides tied last time they squared off on the road at Shaler. That was this past year, but lifted forward. Kuiper's got to get on her horse here, but can't get to that one. It's a throw-in for the Titans with 35 seconds remaining. Back into the air, but out of play, a throw-in. One last opportunity here with 8 seconds remaining. It gets sent into the air. Shaler will just send it high into the air, and 2 goals in the last 10 minutes for the Gators have tied this one back up, and will go to overtime. So we'll have overtime here between Shaler and Gateway, and would, potentially the same thing as last year, how important these victories and ties were for both these teams in making and not making the playoffs. We could see the same thing here. I'll step aside real quick. We're tied here 2 apiece here on Gateway Gators Productions. Back here on Gateway Gators Productions, these are the 2 goals from the Gators. And it was Megan Marsh who got the penalty kick goal, and then Julia Deselich with the goal for the Gators to tie things up. So here we are now at 2 apiece. It's a golden goal format. Next goal wins. This one can end in a tie, though. 10 minutes on the clock. I believe, don't quote me on it, but I believe there will be 2 10-minute halves. I mean, I'm basing that off of, first off, I haven't seen a overtime soccer match in high school soccer in a while. Don't know if the rules have changed since my high school days, but also I'm seeing on scores, you know, double overtime versus single overtime, so you would have to think it's 2 10-minute halves that could be the difference here, but lofted into the air. Can Gateway get to it? That's going to go past the end line, and it'll be a goal kick. Yes, 2 10-minute periods with a 2-minute break between them. So that's just as I thought, just like what used to be in college soccer. They just got rid of that back in 2021, I believe. Now they just end it right after the 90-minute mark. No overtimes in that one, with the exception of conference tournaments and playoffs. But high school soccer still having the overtimes, and you know, in my opinion, I kind of prefer it. It brings some interesting excitement into it. Points obviously making an impact. Instead of just more draws, you would think in theory with more overtime time and having the overtime there would be less draws, but not necessarily the case. But the simple math would be there. More time to score a goal means less times that it would be tied. As a foul called on that one. And let's be real, in the American sports system, we really don't like ties. I'm not too fond of it. We prefer to have a winner and a loser, and here's an opportunity, but offsides was Zotter. Not a bad look, though. They tried to get Zotter behind the back line of Gateway, but look right there. You see stepping up was that last defender, I think. That was Lola Weiss. And Weiss stepping up was causing Zotter to get called for offside. So nice, smart heads-up play by Weiss there. Trying to send that through, but pushed out of the way by Gergenti. Evangelista throws it in. Near the sideline, and too hard of a touch there for Shaler, and it'll send forward, hits off the ref, and they're actually going to stop play because of that. It'll go back for Gateway as ref affecting that one. And a drop ball here for the Gators. Taken away by Shaler. Lofted through, but Shaler gets to it. That was Zoe Sislak who was over there. Dragovic. Just kept in by Etta Warner. A good ball over here. Getting to it is Shaler, and on sides. Cutting over, taking the shot, and just missing.
Is wide right.
Zotter just missed. That would have been the difference there. Looking for her second goal in the evening. Another look at it. Zotter just outruns the defender, gets to it, and then cuts it back over, and the shot just off. Didn't have as good of a step on it as she wanted. With all of her momentum going away from the goal, took the shot and could be the difference right now. Or what would have been the difference? A touch over. Can Zotter get to this one? Yes, she can. Shot taken off the save by Sepko. Nice save from her. Another shot taken. It trickles off the bar. Back over and scoring. And that will be a huge goal.
At 4:27 of overtime.
Another look at it here. The initial strike, Sepko makes the save. And then the shot there that hits the crossbar, or I should say the post, and Etta Warner is the one who's going to get the goal for the Titans. So Etta Warner wins it for Shaler in overtime. A thrilling one here at the end for the Gators. It was Etta Warner who scored the final goal to win it for Shaler. Another look at it again here real quick one last time. So this was the initial opportunity. That was Zotter who took the shot. Gabby Alcalde was the one who got to it. And then it goes off the post, and Warner was able to clean it up, never give up on the play. And that's exactly what Warner did here. Another look at it. Sepko had a really good save on that one. That's not an easy save to make. And it just deflects perfectly where he can bounce right to. There were 3 players over there. Adelaide Paladin, who had scored earlier, was also over there to finish that one off. And tough break for the Gators, who had fought back really hard, but a good win for Shaler, who will continue their strong start, looking for one of their best seasons in over 35 years. After making the playoffs last year, they're in a driver's seat potentially for themselves to get back to the playoffs. We'll wrap this one up here for our entire broadcasting crew. Our producer, Adam Gusky, our director, Lee Schaefer, and the Gusky and Schaefer family. I'm Spencer Witt saying so long, and thank you so much for tuning in. Final score, the Shaler Titans defeat the Gateway Gators 3-2 in overtime here on Gateway Gators Productions. Good night, everyone.